What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tommy Martin and this is my beautiful wife,
Phoebe Martin.
And today we want to share with you our 10 best marathon training tips. But before we get to that, I want you to know that you are greatly, greatly loved and that you are wonderfully and beautifully created and that you are capable of far more than you could ever imagine.
Okay, so before we begin, a reminder, we are beginning runners, but of our top 10 tips that we learned the hard way, we're going to start with number 1, plan ahead. Get a calendar and plan ahead your entire training. First of all, don't start to train for a marathon until you register, because then it's holding yourself accountable that you've already paid that registration fee and now you have your calendar set so you know exactly what you're going to do on every single day for the next 15 weeks of your life.
Alright, and number 2. So I have learned this one the hard way many times, and if you watched our race day experience, you could see why. And so the number 2 tip is to make sure to bring toilet paper with you on all of your long runs. And this is just so important because you never know when nature is going to take its course and decide you need to go to the bathroom. I cannot tell you the number of porta potties I have used all throughout all of the training places we have been. And no, I promise I am not like that, I think it's called like the poopy runner or the...
Well, this is new tonight. A family has had enough. They say a woman is defecating on their sidewalk near Briargate and Union in Colorado Springs. The family says they've caught her in the act twice now.
Lisa, according to the Buddy family, about once a week, they're getting all too familiar with the paper towels she wipes with and the nasty surprises she leaves behind.
Promise that was not me. I always go way off in the woods or something if I need to go. But number 2, make sure to have some TP with you.
Number 3 is to chew gum. We chew gum throughout the entire time that we run. We find that it keeps saliva coming into your mouth to keep your mouth nice and moist. I mean, ideally you'd be able to breathe through your nose the entire time, but let's be serious. When you get tired, you start sucking air through your mouth, so the gum just tries to help keep some saliva and also helps to not knock out the person running next to you when your mouth is just really dry.
Alright, number 4 is to make sure to lube up. And this is in all areas, especially your nipples. For, you know, guys especially, you always see runners after marathons with blood all down their shirts because they either wore a cotton shirt or did not lube up their nipples. And then also just your groin areas, anywhere that you would chafe, make sure that you lube up. So my top 3 places would be your nipples, your lats here, and then your groin.
Tip number 5, run in all weather conditions. Snow, rain, desert weather,
tornado.
Humidity. Do not change your running plan depending on what the weather is, because guess what? You have no idea, or nor do you have any control of what the weather is going to be on race day. So try to run in all of those conditions.
Alright, tip number 6 goes kind of with what we talked about earlier, and it is to not wear cotton socks, especially on your long runs. So what that's going to do is it's really going to create tons of blisters on your feet, and you do not want to have to sit out from running because of a little annoying blister. So make sure Asics has a lot of great socks that you could use that are very thin, and they'll kind of eliminate the blisters and things like that that you get from cotton socks. And when cotton socks get wet, they just feel nasty and can also really cause your feet problems.
I was going to show you my socks, but I have cotton socks on right now.
Do not do what she's doing.
So tip number 7, we found great joy in running in the trails. The trails are very soft. Now be careful because some of them have some high elevation. We once ran a half marathon that had over thousands of feet of elevation. I swear I'd never do that race ever again. It was a lot of fun. Charlie Horse half marathon in Pennsylvania. But yes, running on soft surfaces can be a great way to give your legs some recovery, so you're still getting in the mileage, but running on pine needles and dirt is much easier on the feet and the smaller leg muscles that you have without taking a day off. And along with running on soft surfaces is the importance of rehab. We cannot stress this enough that rehab is so important. That includes ice, stretching, stretching more,
foam rolling,
get a stick that has beads that can roll out knots, giving your partner some nice massages.
Yes.
and rehab is very, very important.
All right, next is cross training, which is probably what I take to an extreme because I, of course, want to maintain all of my muscle mass and work out every single day throughout my marathon training. So cross training can be very beneficial, especially the way a lot of runners do it, such as, biking or swimming. That kind of takes the stress off the majority of your body, which you do not necessarily get during running, because even on your recovery runs, you're still holding your full body weight. But with biking and swimming, that kind of takes that out of it, but you still get great cardiovascular activity, and it will promote blood flow throughout all your body to help with your recovery a ton and get all the waste out of your muscles, which is very important. For me, my version of cross training is to work out 6 days a week and work out very, very hard. And I do this, and I found it to help me a ton during the marathon. My legs necessarily didn't really get tired, and I didn't feel my legs burning a ton till about mile, probably 22 to 26, maybe even just 24 and 25, and at the end of 26. And I strongly believe that is because of my very, very intense leg day sessions that I did all throughout my training twice a week. So I would highly recommend cross training.
All right, next tip. On your long runs, 20 miles, you do not need to carry water for 20 miles. So do yourself a favor, in the morning of your run, drive the course that you're going to run and place out, use the little meter in your car that tells you how many miles, or your watch or whatever, and leave the water exactly where either your race is going to provide water. Our water stops were at every single mile in our first marathon, so that wasn't a problem for us. We put it where we thought we could. But drop off the water bottle, on the side of the road, write your name on it, make sure it's sealed, whatever you have to do, so that as you're running the same course, when you're at the 4 mile mark, you can pick up your water and you don't have to run with all the water that you need on the 20 mile run.
All right, now tip number 10, the last one, and this is to make sure you thoroughly enjoy all of your training.
Yes, and my biggest recommendation is find a friend or your spouse and convince them to do the training with you, because it's a great time to talk about something that's a little bit difficult to talk about when you're 20 miles away from home.
If she's being mean or something, then just get her on a 20-mile run and just bring it out then, because she can't run away. Hopefully you're faster than your wife. If not, get faster than your wife so she can't run away from you, and then talk about all the hard topics on your long runs, because she can't go anywhere.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and again, my dad and I know a lot of people have gone through their entire marathon training and not even been able to run the actual race day due to an injury. So any day that you can run is a great day, and never forget that.
And any day that you could work out, it's a great day.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to do it in return. So running's my favorite thing, so Tommy runs with me. So I will be going to the gym with him to be able to do what he loves as well.
Yes, all right, guys. That is our 10 best marathon training tips. I hope you guys enjoyed. And in the videos to come, we'll be doing videos about nutrition, how to keep muscle mass, while training for a marathon, race day tips, and things of that nature. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and interact with us. Any questions you have, we'd love to help you out. So before we leave, I want you to know that you are greatly loved, and that you are wonderfully and beautifully created, and that you are capable of far more
than you could ever imagine.